Crikey, mate. Picture ancient Helike, a ripper city by the sea, buzzing with life. The people just scratch their heads. Odd, but no worries, right? Not a single person survived. But up in the hills, all those clever critters were safe and sound, watching from afar. Instincts for the win. So what's the go? Do animals have some kind of crystal ball? Can they see the future? Think about your own five senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. They're pretty good, right? But compared to some animals, our senses are like a little torch next to a giant stadium floodlight. Have you ever noticed how your dog can hear a car pull into the driveway long before? That's because their hearing is fantastic. Their sense of smell. A dog's nose is mind-bogglingly powerful. It's said to be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. It's this collection of super senses that we think gives them their early warning ability. They aren't predicting the future, they're sensing tiny real-time changes in the environment that are completely invisible to us. One of the biggest theories is about vibrations. Before a massive earthquake happens, there are smaller, high-frequency shock waves that ripple through the earth. They're called P waves or primary waves, but many animals, especially those with paws or hooves, might be able to feel those tiny P waves through the ground. Elephants are champions at this. They have huge sensitive pads on the bottom of their feet, so an elephant might hear an earthquake's rumbling tummy from 100 miles away, giving it plenty of time to start moving to safer ground. It's not magic, it's just magnificent hearing. We wouldn't notice a thing, but it might be really irritating for some animals. It could give them a headache or make their fur stand on end. And we can't forget about that amazing sense of smell. When rocks are crushed under extreme pressure, they can release all sorts of gases and chemicals from deep within the earth. In 2009, in L'Aquila, Italy, a colony of toads completely abandoned their pond days before a major earthquake. Scientists studying them think the toads might have sensed these chemical changes in the water. So, you see, it could be a combination of all these things: vibrations, sounds, electrical charges, and smells, that gives our animal mates the heads up. Now, this animal alert system isn't just for earthquakes. Oh no, these clever critters can sense all sorts of natural disasters. But in the middle of all that chaos, some amazing of animal survival emerged. Witnesses reported the most incredible things. Elephants that were giving rides to tourists suddenly started screaming and trumpeting, breaking their chains and running for the hills, carrying some of the lucky tourists with them to safety. Scientists believe these animals, especially the elephants, might have heard the low-frequency sound of the distant underwater earthquake and the approaching wave long before any human could see or hear it. Birds are another fantastic example. Before a hurricane or cyclone hits, often be seen flying inland in massive flocks, days before the storm arrives. How do they know? A big storm system creates a drop in barometric pressure, which we need a special instrument to measure. But birds can feel it. So if you ever see a huge number of birds all flying in the same direction away from the coast, you might want to check the weather forecast. Even creatures in the ocean seem to have this ability. And there are reports of sharks moving into deeper, calmer waters hours before a hurricane makes landfall. They might be sensing those same changes in pressure and temperature in the water. It's a beautiful reminder that every animal, whether it walks on land, flies in the air, or swims in the sea, is deeply in tune with the planet. They are listening to a language that we have long forgotten how to hear, a language of vibrations, pressures, and whispers from the earth itself. In Japan, a country that experiences many earthquakes, there is a traditional belief that catfish can predict them. Fishermen would report that just before a quake, the normally calm catfish in their ponds would go crazy, swimming wildly. The dogs would howl for days. Chickens would refuse to go into their coops at night, and pigs would try to break out of their pens. They started a project to try and formally observe animal behavior to predict earthquakes. This led to one of the most famous and successful, though controversial, stories of animal prediction. The very next day, a massive 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck, destroying most of the city. People hailed it as proof that watching animals could be a reliable way to forecast quakes. It makes you wonder what other ancient we might have dismissed as simple myths. Could the Roman historian Aelian, who wrote about the he-like animal escape, have been reporting a simple fact? A farmer in Italy might say their cow used to be milked on the morning of an earthquake. These aren't just tall tales. They are the collected experiences of people living closely with their animals and their environment. Are they all just coincidences? Or are these animals, our pets, our farm animals, and the wild creatures of the world, all part of a massive, living, breathing alarm system that we're only just starting to appreciate? The evidence from around the world certainly makes you think. Well, it's a bit more complicated. The biggest challenge for scientists is consistency. It's really hard to know for sure what's causing the weird behavior. To use animals for reliable prediction, we would need to rule out all the other possibilities. Scientists are trying to do this with some pretty clever technology. Birds, bats, you name it. The idea is to create a massive global database of animal movements. If thousands of tagged animals in one region all suddenly start behaving strangely at the same time, that's a much stronger signal than just one cat hiding under a couch. By watching the collective behavior of a whole community of animals, scientists might be able to spot patterns that reliably come before a big natural event. So, while we're not quite ready to replace our scientific instruments with a flock of geese just yet, incredibly exciting. We are learning to combine the ancient instincts of the animal kingdom with the most advanced technology of the human world. The truth is, we need them and their incredible abilities more than we ever realized. Crikey, what an adventure into the animal mind. They feel the planet's tiniest shivers, hear its deepest rumbles, and smell its hidden warnings on the wind. Think about it. A bat can navigate in total darkness using sound. A monarch butterfly can migrate thousands of miles to a place it has never been before. A chameleon can change its skin to perfectly match its surroundings. The animal kingdom is full of superpowers that would make any comic book hero jealous. Don't just look, but see. Don't just hear, but listen. Watch how your dog's ears twitch at a distant sound. Notice how your cat suddenly stops and stares at something you can't see. By becoming a better observer of the animals around you, you'll start to appreciate just how intelligent and aware they truly are. The animal world is the greatest treasure we have on this planet. It's full of mystery, wonder, and unbelievable beauty. There are still so many secrets waiting to be discovered. And who knows, one day paying attention to the animals might just be the thing that keeps you safe. What a wild life. Stay curious, mates. Don't forget to subscribe to Dream Intel for more amazing stories.